Welcome to this video on using the font menu in Microsoft Word. This menu has many different features and we're going to look at all of them today. The first thing you always need before you can use this font menu is some text. So I'm going to type my name into Microsoft Word. Now to use many of the features, you either have to select them before you type, or you have to click and drag to select the text after you type. Personally, I like to do these things after I type, but I can show you quickly how to do them before. Let's press enter and apply the bold effect. We just click and type, and then click it again to turn it off. You can see how that works. Let's go through some of the things that are on this menu. Remember, we're just using this menu right now. The first thing here at the top is the font face. This is what your letters will look like. There are many different fonts to choose from. All you have to do is scroll down and click one. Remember, it won't apply your font or your change to your text unless you click and drag to select your text. Let's try that one more time. Click, drag, let go. Now let's choose a font. I like this one, so I'm going to click it. You can see the letters have changed and look different now. That is the font face. The next menu here is the font size. Now just like this one, there is an arrow that gives you a drop-down button. The drop-down menu gives you many different sizes, and it previews the size over here on your document when you move your cursor over top the number. It also does that with the font, if you'll notice. Let's go back to the font size. To pick a font size, I just have to go down to which font size I want and click it. You can also click in the box. Notice how that turns blue. That means that you can hit backspace and type in whatever number you want for a font size. For example, I could type in 50 and press enter, and it would make my letters the font size of 50. These next two buttons also deal with font size. The big A makes the font one size larger each time you push it. The little a makes the font one size smaller each time you push it. You can push this as many times as you want. Look at how big it's getting. And we can make it as small as we want too. Tiny, tiny, tiny. That's font size 1. You can't even read it. Let's type a sentence now for the next feature. The next feature deals with sentences. We'll change the font back to a normal font so you can read it easily. The next feature is to change the case of your letters, like uppercase or lowercase. There are different features you can use for this. The sentence case, which just capitalizes the first letter, as in any sentence. This one makes them all lowercase. This option makes all of the letters uppercase. This makes each word capitalized. That's handy for when you have a title, like of a book or a movie. And then this is called toggle case. It just looks silly. For this, each first letter is lowercase and the other letters are capitalized, which is opposite of normal. So let's go back to the sentence case because we knew that was correct. Now at any time, these are the normal settings. This is what your normal text should look like. So this next button, Clear Formatting, takes away any font changes that you have made and takes it back to this normal look. Watch when I click it what it does down below. Notice how this word and these words below match. They're the same size and the same font face. Now the next thing we can do is experiment with some of these buttons on the bottom. Again, we have to click, drag, and let go to select the text before we can make any changes. This first one is the bold button. It makes the letters look thicker. You just click bold to turn it on, or click it again to turn it off. Notice how I can click it back and forth. The italic button makes the letters look kind of slanted. We turn it on by clicking and turn it off by clicking, just like with the bold. You can use both of these at the same time, just by clicking them together. And I'll click them again to turn them off. The next one is underline. You click it to underline, click it to turn the underline off. You can use this when you have the title of a book to underline it. You can choose different things to be your underline, like a squiggly line, dashed line, or even a double line if you choose. Again, we click it to turn it off. You can use all three of these at the same time. Click them to turn them on, and click them to turn them off. The next feature is strike through. Let's select just my last name for the next one so you can see the difference between the Mrs. and the Brannon. This is a subscript. You'll use these later on when you're doing footnotes in high school and middle school. Notice how when I click it, it moves my text to the bottom of the line and makes it smaller. Click it to turn it on and click it to turn it off. The superscript takes my letters to the top of the line and makes them smaller. You'll use these mostly in math. The next one is my favorite feature. It's the text effects feature. When you click it, you have many different options to choose from. You can also choose an outline color, different shadow effects, a reflection, or even a glow on your letters. Let's choose one first. I like this. I click, and you can see how it looks. Let's make it bigger so you can see it better. I can also add different shadow effects. Notice how it looks without a shadow and how it looks with. Let's click to add a shadow. And notice there is nothing underneath of this, but we can add a reflection to the bottom. See now how there's a reflection underneath of it? There are many different options to choose from on here. You even have a scroll bar to choose more at the bottom. At the bottom, we can also choose the glow, and the glow will put an outline around the outside of your letters, making them look like they glow. The next feature we'll talk about is the highlight button. To select text, we just have to click and drag, and then we just click the highlight button to highlight our letters with a certain color. To take the highlight away is different though. We have to click the drop down and choose no color. So turn it on with just a click. Turn it on by selecting drop down, no color. Now you can choose any different highlighter color that you like, but just remember when you're done with the highlighter, click to turn it back off like the other buttons. The final button we're going to talk about is the text color, the font color. To choose this font color, you just have to click to choose whatever color's up here. This is white, so when I click it, my text will turn white. Or you can choose from this drop-down button right here. Click. Automatic is black. Let's click it to take our text back to black. When we select letters, we just have to pick a different color. Notice it previews down here. and we click that color to change it. I hope you enjoy having lots of fun using the font menu in Microsoft Word.